Hello? Hello? Could you guys hear me? Hello? Can you guys hear me out there in the world? Let's see if I can get my chat box up on both of these. All right. Those of you on Twitch and those of you out in YouTube and those of you also on Kick, thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate y'all being here. We're just trying to do a small little test run. I know that I don't have anything in the background right now. I actually need to set up a scene, is what I'm going to do here, so we can do a screen capture to see what's going on the outside, or a video capture, audio capture, display capture, something so that you can see what's going on my screen. Excellent. Bam, just like that. Okay, so you guys can see me. Can't see you, but you all can see me here. Let's move this down. Nope, not gonna do it. There we go. Okay. So you guys can see me. I can see you. Y'all know what's going on. I'm just doing a little testy poo here. I don't know if the mic is working. If it's not working, I just need somebody to come in and talk to me for a minute and see. It looks like we're doing a small little test run here to get it working properly. I've got two different systems here set up. I've got my Twitch and Kick set up on the one page. I've got YouTube and Facebook set up on the other. Just need somebody to come in and talk to me and see if my mic is actually working. It's showing that it is, but that doesn't mean anything because it fell. It fell pretty hard earlier. And it's just been going crazy. And it's going on some really weird preset too. The mic is doing some really, really weird stuff today. So trying to get all my system settings set up so that it's coming through again. Sound need to come through the revelator to input and the revelator to output. And then we'll try to get something up here. Let's try to get some YouTubeage up here or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's working or not. So can't really tell. So earlier today, guys, this is the horseshoe that came with it, and you can see it. It broke it pretty good right there on that horseshoe. This is the stand. It came through these two screws and it fell and it broke. And now I've got a mic stand. I've got a mic stand over here that it's on currently right now, and I'm just trying to see if it's actually working. I just need somebody to come in, please, and tell me it's working. Come join us. Come talk with us. We're going to try to see if this mic is actually working again. So I got some YouTubery going on right here, trying to see if it's coming through as well because it was coming through on the output side, not through my headphones, but the output side was actually coming through the speakers itself a minute ago. It's just being crazy, man. Everything's being crazy, crazy. But man, I'm running really good. I've got excellent KB up today. So we can go ahead and get a little wrestle match going here. Let's go ahead to Championship 1 and we're gonna head over to some older stuff that's happened previously. Way previously. Let's hit this Buck Mason promo real quick and see what happens. So it's not coming through. Okay, so it just went completely dead there. So I don't know what it's doing. So is it gonna pop up? You definitely know it. I love how he just comes up through and interjects himself right into it. Like I said, I'm trying to make sure this mic is working. I'm waiting on somebody to come in on either side to let me know. So if you're coming in on Kick, if you're coming in on Twitch, if you're coming anywhere where, look, he's pulling a Ric Flair. Woo! He shut the mic off. He cut his mic off. You're gonna have to use your big boy voice there, Buck. All right, guys. Is the microphone working? That's the whole point in this, to make sure that you have sound and that the microphone is working.
I'm the greatest this generation has ever seen.
Greatest what?
House is too old to get in the ring. I'm gonna lock me and him both in this cage, coming 28, and I'm gonna end it.
The crowd is really into it, but I'm trying to make sure that the mic's working, guys. So I just need somebody to talk to me and let me know. Just pop up and pop through. Good rollout there, Buck.
You'll see his face grinding up against that cage. He's going to be left laying in a pool of blood. You don't know what you did, challenging Henry Ross.
Trying a lot, man. Hey guys, is the mic working? It fell earlier, so it broke off my horseshoe, and I had to make a quick fix to it. I don't even know if it's coming through. It looks like it is, but that don't mean nothing. So, and I'm just trying to make sure that I've got video sound because Studio One decided to crap out on me earlier too, and I can't get it back up to record properly. So it's not showing that it's recording in multi or single output, and it's really driving me nuts. Like whenever I go through it, if I bring Studio One back up and my Universal controller, let me hop up here if it'll pop on up. It'll take it a minute to load. So as you see, I've got like different episodes of different things that are popped up here. This is my Wrestle Talk template. Now, normally over here on the left-hand side, what you're seeing, you would see microphone right there. But it's not, even if I solo it, like I can solo it out, I'm not getting any microphone on it tonight. So I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to make sure that the mic is working. I just need somebody to talk to me to tell me that the mic is working and it's doing proper. If you guys cannot hear me, that would be even better because it would allow me the ability to fix this while I can. And like I said, it's not coming through here, so that's what's making me going. So even if I record, hello, thank you guys for choosing Wrestle Talk tonight. Hope everybody is going to be coming through and doing pretty good on Wrestle Talk. We are going to be having a great show for you guys. Hope everything's going through good for each and every one of you, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with tonight. Make sure that they're the one that you're supposed to be with and what you're supposed to do. So we've been recording for about 13 minutes live currently, but there is nothing, no sound whatsoever coming through the old Wrestle Talk here. So I don't know what to do here. I'm just at a loss for words because my podcast is not recording anymore. And it's driving me knucking futs, guys. So then if I go back, let's play that. There ain't nothing there. I can't hear it. Can't receive it. Can't do anything. I'm just trying to make sure that it's up and running for the broadcast tomorrow. I'm trying to do some troubleshooting here and get it fixed. I've been up all night talking to some people, trying to talk to them to see what I'm doing and what am I doing, if it's right or if it's wrong. How do I need to make sure that this input is set? Where does it need to be set to? Do I need to do doubles, singles, triples? What do I need to do? Single, multi? It's still not showing up. So I don't know what setting I've got it under, but it's muted everything and I can't get it back. I can't get it to go back through. And even if I do the audio IAO setup, I've got stereo, mono, stereo, which is number 4, the Skype. So it should be coming through as stereo, mono, stereo is what it should be coming through as. And that normally would work, but it's just not showing up tonight, guys. So I don't know what to do. I'm like I said, I'm kind of at a loss at this point for it. I can add as many as I want or take away as many as I want, and it's not changing the audio interface. So it's showing that there's no audio device, but there is. There is an audio device. It's just not wanting to put it up. So I don't know what it's trying to recognize here or what the main is or the input, but it's got to recognize it. It's got to recognize this microphone immediately. If it doesn't, we're just going to continue to have problems with it. And that's driving me knucking futz. Can you guys hear me? 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 So it's saying like no audio device, but it should be recognizing the Revelator, but it's not. I don't know why it's not recognizing the Revelator tonight. So let me check the back of the computer and see if it's just not plugged in properly or what, because it's recognizing it here, or I believe it's recognizing it here, but I'm just not getting it through Studio One, and I don't know how to change it so that Studio One will recognize my Revelator. So I can also go down here to my Universal Controller, my Universal Controller setup once it decides to load, if it decides to load up tonight. All right, and it's on single device mode. You can change it to multi, but I normally will keep it on single and then double click it to let it go in, but it's just not popping through tonight at all. So, and then on my opposite screen, I've got it popped up here, but I'm having a lot of trouble with it tonight, guys. It's really driving me a little insane tonight to do this because I'm trying to figure out if it's going to work properly for me or not. My friends keep telling me that that it's working good, but it's not showing that it's working good. Like I've got somebody who just texted me and told me that it's working good on his side, but it's driving me crazy because it needs to be working good in Studio One, and I've even closed out Studio One and restarted the computer, and I still don't have an audio device input or output setting that's going through. So I need it to recognize. I'm trying to get it to recognize the Revelator, but it's not. So I can add it to anything. I can change the color of it. I can do mono. I can do all of it, but it won't recognize um, the microphone right now, and that's a little concerning to me. So that's extremely concerning to me because it's not recognizing that it's even there. It's not even here. That's just driving me a little insane. So I've even looked through the Studio One stuff that's here. I've changed inputs too just to make sure that I wasn't going crazy here.
It as pieces of audio that have already been edited.
So
I'd be sitting here recording the podcast like this, and I would think, okay, this is the last question. I'm going to wrap this up, and I would start answering the question. So right there, I would just cut it, whatever you can use. Second thing is, don't put the microphone right on your face.
right,
I know a lot
want
of
it to
people
be a
in
little bit away
podcasts do
from you
that.
guys.
My opinion, it doesn't sound as good. Even if you got like I don't know why I'm holding this. If you got our PD70,
I just need to know if the mic's working,
which is a
if
dynamic
it's coming
microphone,
out there to you
even
guys.
if it's right up on your voice, even with a pop filter or a windscreen, you get a lot of that sounds, right? Like, I'm not going to do it now because it'll be too loud, but you know what I'm talking about, where the person is clearly right on top of the microphone, and even if you roll off the low end and do all that properly, it just doesn't sound as good.
It doesn't have a good of a
Can I tell
sound.
you how many people regularly comment on my videos and my podcast because they use the exact same setup on how great my voice sounds, and they want to know, how did you mix it? How did you EQ it? I'll give you a secret. Hardly EQ'd it at all. The secret is getting the microphone, not having it right up in my face, so then I have to do all this EQ to get it to not sound too boomy. I've got it here. It's this far away from my mouth, and it's off to the side. So if I go and blow or say P's or B's, I'm not popping the mic. I don't need. This has worked out really well for me. Final piece of the puzzle, when you go to export the mix down, you want to export it as an MP3, and this is the one time where I will use the 128 kilobit per second setting. For spoken word, it doesn't sound bad. It sounds
See, I mean, it's just not getting it set up though properly. That's what's killing me. Is I don't really know. I dropped the mic earlier, guys, so that's what's going on. For those of you that are just joining in and joining in live, so whenever I bought the mic, it came on a stand like this, and this stand has a little square that's cut out of it that you can see. I've got 2 holes in it that screws went through that held on a little boom section for the mic itself, which is right beside me now. Boom, right there. And it fell this morning about 2 o'clock in the morning and broke. That piece broke completely off, and I had to reorder some stuff. And I've got a little mic stand here that I'm using currently to hold up, but this is the first time I've tested it since then. Well, I've also having trouble in Studio One. Studio One is not recognizing the mic or the device or anything since it's fell. So I don't know if it's working properly or not, and I'm trying to test it to make sure it is. So it's showing up here on both of my OBSs that are up. So I've got OBS number 1 is going to be Streamlabs, and it's directly in front of the camera, directly in front of me. And OBS number 2 is what you all are joining me on Facebook and YouTube Live, or wherever you're viewing me at right now. That's where that's at currently. And I'm just trying to make sure that my mic is working. I just need somebody to type in or text and let me know that the mic is working, that it's coming through properly, because if it's not, I'll have to change the settings to try to get it up. And I'm also losing some of the settings on it to set it back up and go through. So I'm trying to figure out.
Want to know how I took my business to the next level? It's simple.
Not really.
It's Shopify.
To do a quick podcast where maybe you're recording yourself and say an interview with someone on Skype into your DAW. So that's what we're going to do in this video. If you want to see the other videos from my Revelator series, look in the description box below. There'll be a link there of videos. And then also, if you want to purchase the Revelator, you can also check out my affiliate Sweetwater link in the description box below. So let's head on over here into the computer. So first thing you want to do when you get your Revelators, you want to register it with PreSonus, and you want to download the updated, most recent Universal Control app. When you plug your microphone in to your computer via USB-C, you're going to see it pop up right here, Revelator. Now, for this particular example, we want to make sure that the device mode is on single, not on multi-mode, on single mode, okay? So once you have that on single, your microphone's plugged in, and you see the little lights come on the front of the microphone, you can click on Revelator, and here is the software app. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we set our gain for our voice for our microphone. Now, if you check out the first video in this series with the link in the description box below, I walk through the entire Revelator application, so you can go check that out to learn about everything it can do. But for this video, we're just going to set it up to do our podcasting. So I'm just going to be on my preset here, Dave Vocal, a preset that I set up. It's the male broadcast preset in the Revelator application. I've adjusted my gain here. You can either adjust it on the front of the microphone, or you can use the software. So if I'm about, I don't know, 7 to 8, 10 inches away, you want to make sure that when you're speaking that you're not getting close to clipping. Probably want to turn this down just a little bit here. So if you get a little close and a little loud, you're not in danger of clipping. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do. Second thing we want to do is let's go into Skype and let's set up our outputs there as well. So I'm going to open up our Skype application, and you're going to go to audio and video settings, okay? And then you're going to scroll down here, and you want to make sure that the microphone is set to Revelator here, okay? And that your speakers are also set to Revelator. If you're doing this on Zoom, it would be the same thing. Go into the audio settings and the speaker settings for Zoom and just make sure that Revelator is chosen, and then you should be okay for now with Skype.
Revelator speakers are on
The next thing we
Revelator.
want to do is we want to go into Studio One or your DAW of choice, and I want to create a session that we're going to record our podcasts into. We're going to record my voice on one channel, and then we can have the person that we're interviewing on Skype or Zoom being recorded on the other. So at the end of your podcast, you can blend them together, add effects, whatever you want to do to get it ready to go live. So I'm going to open up Studio One here, and I've already created a session here called Revelator Podcast. And the first thing we want to do is go into our preferences in Studio One or your DAW, and you want to make sure that your playback device and your record.
Right, the recording device and the playback device. All right, that sounds like it's working. Let's see if I can pull this back up and go back over here and move it back. I have no idea. There it is. There's all the volume back on the podcast, back on the recording session for it. So let's go into the Universal Controller app one more time. I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a second. I'm trying to work my computer here because it's being a little picky with me. Let's go over here to my settings. Make sure that it's not, that's front and back. The heart shape is just you. The ocular is everything in the room. You're going to be picking up everything inside the room. It's going to give you a little bit of an echo, a little bit of a ring echo when you're like that. But for some reason, it's now wanting to pick it all up and pick it up in the Revelator app as well. But please let me know if it's coming through for you guys out there that are watching the YouTube, the screen capture. Those of you that are watching, man, it's not running the Revelator app on that. Let's change that back. Properties, display capture. Okay. That's kind of crazy. So what happened here? Properties. Should be running through the Revelator. The audio should be running through the Revelator, but for some reason it's not right there. Maybe I'm too loud. Maybe I've got myself over peaked here. Let's turn myself down just a little bit and see if that helps. Nope, not helping at all. Not helping there. All right, let's try this again.
Device are both set to Revelator. Okay, then from here, you want to go to your I/O setup, depending on the DAW that you're using.
All right, Studio One, preferences. Now it's picking up the background too. Man. Okay. Now let's close out of this and make changes. File. Save as. Russell Talk template. We're going to save, replace. We're going to replace it and see how that works on that side of it to try to get the template back up. And then after I exit out of this, it should take it back to the Revelator on everything else. But the DAW takes All right, let's change it to that. Okay, now I've got properties there. Let's change it back to the Revelator. Okay, are you here? Okay, there we go. So now the revelator has come back up on this, trying to get the mic to test and work and move and everything. And it's just being a pain in the butt tonight, guys, trying to get this thing working. Like I said, the mic fell earlier, it fell down. I am running quite hard. I'm running my workhorse quite hard today. I've got a bunch of streams up trying to make it work to make sure that everything is working properly for you all. So please bear with me as I'm trying to keep everything going.
Here we'll go to song setup, and we want to make sure we see the revelator here, and we do. Now, Studio One is going to recognize this as an interface that has three different input stereo pairs. They're in stereo pairs. So on the first input, you'll see that I double clicked in here and named Dave. That's my voice on input 1, 2.
All right, Dave. Thank you for all your help, Dave. Can anybody hear me out there? If you guys are watching the broadcast currently, can you hear me? Can you make sure that the mic is on and it's proper? I'm not showing any viewers on Kick and or Twitch, but I am showing 2 viewers from Facebook and also YouTube directly. And I'm just trying to make sure that it's working properly so that I can do my broadcast properly tomorrow. If it's not, then we'll have to start all the way back over. And it won't let me check it. Like if I get on my phone, let's hop on here and I'll show you. It may or may not show me directly on the page or on the front page or anywhere up there. Let's click on me. See, it's not even. Let's view your channel. Currently live on the output, but I can't hear your channel. There it is. Okay, so it is working out there. Live on the output, but it wasn't showing this earlier. It wasn't showing that I was live or that it was working. Okay, so it is working out there. But it wasn't showing this earlier. It wasn't showing that I was live or that it was working. But it wasn't showing this earlier. It wasn't showing that I was live or that it was working. Okay, good. So we've got our test run done. We've got all of our Studio One stuff set up now, and we can get on with our broadcast like we would normally would. So thank you guys, those of you that came out and was here tonight. Botrix, of course, you're always welcome here, Botrix, to talk to me and get it going. Those of you out there in Kick and also in Twitch that were out here to help me and try to help me get this thing set up, I appreciate each and every one of you for being out there with me. We are going to be doing Wrestle Talk tomorrow, guys. Wrestle Talk between the hours of 10 and 12 if everything goes good. If not, we'll be shooting for 11 and 1. That is what we're hoping for anyway, if everything goes perfect for tomorrow. But until that time comes, thank each and every one of you for coming in here and being here with us. Right now, I was just trying to make sure that the mic was set up. It fell earlier. It fell off its base and broke, and it hit the ground really hard when it did that. So we're just trying to get it set up, trying to make sure everything was working properly. You guys could hear me. Make sure that the video was coming
Then
through.
I've gone ahead and added one for 3-4.
Don't know if it is.
Under loop.
But if it is, we're definitely going to try to get that going through and try to make it work. And as you see, some of you will be seeing the Streamlabs setup that I've got over here on this right hand side. Thank you, Zelda. I appreciate you for coming in, buddy. For some reason, it skipped your alert, but I want to be up there with you guys as well. So Zelda, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate each of you. Always on. Thank you for coming in, Mr. Action Man. Thank you for subscribing. Will Ain't Dead subscribed off YouTube. Thanks, Will, for coming in and subscribing as well tonight. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in and subscribing and being a part of this. But like I said, we're up here in the old nether regions of Never Never Land trying to get this mic to work, and everybody who came out and was part of it for tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you coming out and being here. It's been a pain in the butt, man. I've been troubleshooting and going through stuff all night trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing something wrong, how I can do it, how I can get better, what's going through my mind. I don't know, to be honest with you. For some reason, it's reset the Revelator here. Let's go to MacBook Pro. MacBook Pro is going to come in on that. And let's go back to the Revelator here because it's not showing that it's going through. Do we have sound? Okay, so it did reset. It finally did reset for those of you that are joining me out there on Streamlabs. Also, those of you that are out there in Twitch and on Kick that were out here as well available. And as you see, you know, I know you guys can see my page. You can see everything that's going on up here with my page. You know, I've got all the good stuff happening right now. All those 0 viewers over there on both of those channels right now, and the one that's already coming in through Facebook. But we had a little doozy this morning with the microphone, and we're trying to get it back working. We're trying to get the live stream set up so that it can work properly tomorrow whenever it comes through. And unfortunately, this is just how it's going to have to happen for a little bit, and then we're going to get it ready to rumble again tomorrow and move through and move forward with that. I'm going to turn this mic just a hair down here so I'm not clipping that red line. That red line is a real dangerous line to be in. We're going to turn it just a little bit more down. Maybe that's going to come through a little bit better for those of you that are joining me out there on Twitch and Kick for the broadcast tomorrow. If not, we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. And also, guys, some of you know that I have my store up and it's up and running. So if you guys are out there and you guys want to continuously try to purchase something, let's look at it. It's www.streamlabs.com/ARabidBeaver, ARABBIDB3AVER/merch, MERCH. And it'll take you right to my page, as you can see. That way, you guys, if you're out there and you want to purchase anything or get anything. Now, I've got the Wrestle Talk stuff up. For those of you that follow me on other sources, you know that I've got Camel Toe Adventures. I've got the Spaceman for Camel Toe Adventures up. I've also got my Rabid Beavers Night Owls. Those of you that follow me whenever I play games and do Xbox and PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 2, original Xbox, Xbox 360, also doing some of the Xbox One stuff. So I'm trying to GameCube stuff as it comes out. So I have all my stuff there for you if you guys are interested in purchasing anything. And as you see, I've got prices listed too, but that's my page. And if you guys are interested in tipping whatsoever, I've got my social medias up here on the top left. You hit these 3 buttons for the tip. Boom, donate is right there. That second tab down is the donate page. Merch is where you're at right now. Home will take you to the page to show you that I'm broadcasting currently, and you can tip from the home page as well. It also has all my social links down here to you as well. It's going to tell you that it's going to have some vulgarity and blah, 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 blah. Start watching if you want to watch, and it'll show you. Some vulgarity and blah, 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 blah. Start watching if you want to watch, and it'll show you. Have some vulgarity and blah, 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 blah. Start. So we're going to mute that so it's not coming through 3 times for you guys, because it will. It'll come through as much as it can because I've got it set for different ones. But you can catch your points balance. Points do earn you things on the site as well if you do subscribe, if you do like whatever you're going through there. But as you see, it does show that my live channel is ready. We do have the monthly donations going on. We do have the Wrestle Talk gear that's up. And as you see, you can choose different colors for your Wrestle Talk gear if you so choose. Got the blue stuff up, got the gray stuff up, got the charcoal stuff up, got the light blue, got the red, you know. So if it's got multiple colors, I'm putting it out there for you guys so that you guys can get your good gear and get your good stuff on that site. So, you know, that's just a little tidbit for you. Don't know if you guys are interested or not, but even if you're not, it's there. It's always there for you guys, just like I am. The elusive Rabid Beaver, always here for you guys. Always here through thick and thin. But we'll get back on the train tomorrow. Those of you that are on TikTok, Twitch, Kick. Those of you that are joining me, hey buddy, what's up? How are you doing tonight, man? Tacos. I am trying to get my stream up, buddy. So my microphone fell earlier today, and it's taken me about 2.5 hours to get it to where it wants to work again. So I'm having to troubleshoot everything and get stuff going. I lost it completely in Studio One to where it wouldn't record. I've lost it completely here as well, tacos, man. So I'm trying to get everything tapped out to where it's working again. And I can hear myself now through the live channel whenever I put it out there, but I wasn't able to do that earlier, and it's been going on for a while. So we're working on 40 minutes here of being live, trying to fix it and get it going. Yeah, buddy, I hope so too. I really, really hope so too. And as you guys see, like if you chat on the live page, it'll show it up here in the stream as well for those of you that are out there watching the stream and you're watching what's going on. I've got tacos over here on my stream that's showing that he's coming through. And then on the opposite stream over here, it doesn't show him because this is Facebook and YouTube only on my left side. On my right side, it is Kick and Twitch only. And in the middle, he is showing the stuff that's off my Streamlabs, which is going off of Twitch and Kick as well. And as you see, I've got some updates going on here with Google. They're always updating something for me. So that's what's going on there. But tomorrow we'll be doing some Wrestle Talk, buddy. That's what we were talking about just a minute ago before you came in, or right when you came in, Tacos. Is tomorrow we're going to be doing some more of the C1W wrestling from last week. We're going to be reviewing the whole show tomorrow. If everything goes good between 10 and 12, if not, it'll be pushed back just a little bit later, and I will keep everybody updated on that as soon as it comes through, and as soon as I know something, you guys will know something as well. But I'm just so happy that we're getting everything finished and everything working. Yeah, man, it's been really awesome. I wasn't trying to ignore you whenever you wrote me earlier. I've just been trying to get this thing fixed and get this thing up. So I spoke about it earlier. The Revelator comes with a base, and it's held together by that little square there that's got two holes. There's two screws inside that base. It had a little rod sticking up that fit in there, and that rod is actually over there on the couch right now. But this fell and it broke today. So I went and got a mic stand for it. I ordered a shock mount and a mic stand because this one's just a standing mic stand that I was able to get from a friend of my girlfriend. So they were kind enough to let me have it until my shock mount comes in. And I actually still may use this with the shock mount and get it working. So, um, but I had to test this out, and I've unplugged it, plugged it back in, changed my audio settings, make sure. So whenever you're in your settings on a Mac for it, you need to go to your sound settings, of course, and then it'll show you everything that's listed. Like the DXL is my secondary screen that's over on my left, your right if you're watching the stream right now. And that is a display port and TV that I'm running through HDMI, and I'm running it as a secondary computer screen right now off of it. And I actually could add another one through either an airport or through another HDMI port or through a VGA port if I absolutely wanted to. I could do another one directly off of that. But you always want to make sure that whatever your input and output are, that they're directly the same. So USB is what I'm running this microphone off of right now. And then the input was also running off USB. And you can see that I've got the levels correctly here. And he was talking about Skype earlier, which I've still got Skype up. And I'm going to test the audio so that you can hear that it's working correctly right now. I'm going to test it through to see that it's working correctly for you. I know that the YouTube side was and my site side was, but let's just make sure that I've got audio running through. All right. So as you see, I've got audio that's coming through there too. So, but you always want to check to make sure either through Skype or through Zoom or through somebody else that you've got something that's working and coming through here to make it last. I also have new Wrestle Talk, not only the video podcast that we're going to be doing with the review for C1W, but I also have new podcasts that should be coming out either Monday or Tuesday about the wrestling news that's going on currently in the wrestling business with the big companies, you know, AEW, NWA, and WWE. Some of the things that are going on. And I do want to speak a little bit about that real quick. I know everybody has seen The Rock and Cody Rhodes and everything that's been going on there with Roman Reigns being involved in that as well. And I just got to put my 2 cents in real quick before we get off the stream, Tacos. Yeah, WWE. So I'm glad that you mentioned that Brock Lesnar stuff too, buddy. So WWE is currently um, no longer accepting bookings for Brock Lesnar based upon the stuff that happened with Vince McMahon. So he was named as alleged one of the people that was in on some of the parties that was going on. Now that's allegedly. I don't know if it's true. I can't say anything. I was not there, so I have no bearing of truth on this. But WWE has cut all ties with Brock Lesnar as of right now, including inside the games. They have taken him completely out. It's like they're trying to erase him like they did Chris Benoit. And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's a good move for him or not, Tacos. But back to the Cody Rhodes thing. Everybody's seen that. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody knows about it. Everybody knows about all the stuff that's been going on with Cody Rhodes directly. And, I think it was just a two-sided slap in the face. First of all, it's sports entertainment. And Jerry Jarrett used to say something. He had something put on his wall in Memphis that meant something back in the day. He said, real problems make real money. And that's the truth. If you got real problems make more money. Well, Roman Reigns took it to a new level with Cody Rhodes. And that's why he chose to go after that title. There was already beef there with Seth Rollins, right? But I think Seth Rollins is breathing a little bit easier tonight now that Cody has chosen Roman Reigns, but Roman took it to a new personal level with him by speaking about his dad. Now, if we're talking about people who change the business for better, change the business for not only the better, but try to excel and put people over who didn't have the look, didn't have the mental capacity, who really struggled to be somebody, but he saw the light in everybody. That was Dusty Rhodes. So Dusty, the American Dream Rhodes, was the man that was putting people over. I mean, he saw Diamond Dallas Page, a diamond in the rough, before Diamond Dallas Page even saw he was the diamond in the rough. Diamond Dallas Page was a freaking valet. Let's just call it what it was. He was a manager, but he was a valet. Never wrestled a day in his life. He got into it way too late in his 40s. And he knew that he was going to be a world heavyweight champion. Change the business altogether. So you can take it for what it's worth. Tacos. I mean, I hate to say it about Brock. I hate to see all the stuff that's going on there with Brock Lesnar. Hate to see every bit of it, but it is what it is, buddy. So I think that he's good for business. It's just now that the cat has come out of the bag and um, he's been blamed in this with Vince McMahon, the stuff that's going on with Vince McMahon. The question now becomes straight up, it now becomes who's going to take a chance on him? Big news elsewhere in the wrestling world. Scott D'Amore was released from TNA as president of TNA this past week. That is huge news in the wrestling business. Scott has been with TNA since 2003 in a leadership role. He's actually been with the company since 99 in a non-leadership role. So that was a huge blow to TNA today. And I wish Scott D'Amore the best. I hope that he comes and gets some good bookings in C1W down here or anywhere else that he wants to go, NWA, anywhere else like that. So I really hope that he does pretty good. But we just got to talk about the little stuff first before we get off the air tonight. But it seems like everything is back working and it's back up. So I'm really happy about that. But remember to come on in tomorrow. I will post it on Facebook. If you guys aren't following me on my Facebook, let me see if I can pull it up for you real quick. Ba ba boom. Ba 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 boom. That's my real name, by the way. That's it. The Beaver. Right here. So you guys can see that I'm live currently. I've got this going on. So just hit me up, follow me over here. You can get over here and do it. You guys like music? I've got YouTube music. I've got Opinfox, OPINFOX is my music channel there. Also have the Camel Toe Adventures. If you guys are into music, you guys want to listen to the little guitar play, some good stuff over there. Got some stuff over there. Go ahead and hit that up. Get your scribes up. So, but yeah, it seems like we're working and we're going to be getting off. So I will post it here if there is going to be a delay tomorrow on Wrestle Talk. But as of right now, we're in for some good business around 10 in the morning, unless something changes. So we've got everything up and running the way it should. So congrats. Congrats, guys. Thank you all, each and every one of you for coming in. Tacos, my mystery guest. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. Those of you that are following me out there on YouTube, and also those of you that are out there on Twitch, Twitter, Kick, those of you that are following me right now on Facebook, those of you that are following me out there on YouTube, thank you guys so much for coming in here and being here. Really appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon. And remember, it ain't talk unless it's wrestle talk. Have a great night, guys. Tacos, I hope you're going to be on Xbox for a little bit because I am going to be on in just a little while. Be safe, guys.